Hey guys! So recently I've been getting a lot of requests to do tag videos, and I was tagged by Priscilla over at the Readables to do a tag, so I thought it'd be the perfect time to upload a video where I do a tag, and you guys can obviously leave a video response, do the tag as well, and let me know in the comments what your responses would be. So thank you Priscilla for tagging me, and the person who created this tag was Nihomis, also known as Renee, over at her channel, which is Nihomis2. So I'm going to leave a link to her channel down in the down bar if you want to check her out. She makes the greatest tags, and this one is a great example of how creative she is when it comes to making these tags. So thank you so much Renee for making this tag. I think it's so much fun and I can't wait to do it. So the premise of this tag is that you are hosting a dinner party and you are allowed to invite 11 guests, each guest being a fictional character from one of your favorite books. So you go through each question, answer them, and kind of pick a character who you'd like to invite that would bring a certain quality to your dinner party that make it the best one yet. For people I tag specifically, check out the down bar, but in general I take everyone who's watching this if you have yet to do it. Without further ado, I'm going to get started, so stay tuned to see who I will invite to my fancy, incredible dinner party that is going to be just so awesome and filled with amazing food and stuff. So keep watching if you want to know who would I invite. Alright, so the first invite has to go to a character who can either cook really well or likes to cook. So the character I chose was Zara from Love Inc. because she's a character who's also really good at cooking meals and dishes, but she's also an amazing pastry chef. So I thought that combination would be really good for this dinner party because I see it having really gourmet dishes for the dinner part and then awesome pastries and desserts afterwards. So I thought she'd be perfect because she can do both of that and do an excellent job. So I think she'd be a great chef as well as a great guest for the party. So the next invite has to go to someone who will fund the party. So someone who has money and will be able to buy all the things you need to make a great dinner party. So I chose Prince Kai from Cinder because he is a royal member of the family in this book. So I thought he would be a great choice to kind of give this dinner party a royal touch and to bring in people who want to meet him. Also, he's royal, but that royal brings money as well. So if you bring him in, lots of more people would come because they love him, and he'll just give lots of money to help you buy all the things you need. So I thought he'd be perfect. Alright, so the next invite has to go to a character who you think would cause a scene or a dramatic event. So I thought that Max from the Maximum Ride series would be perfect because she has the type of personality where her opinions are very important to her, and if she disagrees with someone, it would turn into a very heated argument. I could picture her getting to kind of some arguments with some people and being really witty but also kind of snarky and that sort of thing. I could see her kind of offending people and causing that sort of scene. She's a great person, but she has that edge to her that makes her someone who likes to get into fights with people sometimes, so I think she'd be awesome. The next invite has to go to a character who you think is funny and really amusing. So as soon as I saw that question, I immediately thought of Robbie, also known as Puck, from the Iron Face series by Julie Kagawa. Puck is a super hilarious character who is so witty, also very sarcastic, but he literally makes you chuckle so much throughout this whole series, and it's never a dull moment with him, and I always find myself laughing when he comes into certain scenes at the book. So I find that he'd be kind of the clown at the dinner party who makes everyone laugh and puts everyone in a good mood. I really think he'd bring a really great element to the dinner party because he just always manages to put a smile on everyone's face. So the next invite has to go to a character who is sociable and also popular, and I had a hard time picking a character for this one because I was trying to think of someone who was popular in the book and very sociable in their story, but I chose a character who I feel would be popular amongst the other characters at this party as well as popular in the YA world with the readers who read the book. So I picked Rose from Vampire Academy because I feel like if she was at the dinner party, everyone would want to talk to her because of how popular and well-known she is, and I think she'd just be someone awesome to have there because she has so much to offer and her adventure and her story is fantastic. A lot of people would want to talk to her because she's so famous, and people would just ask for her autograph. I picture her as that type, and she'd kind of be like a legend to some of the characters at that party, so for that reason I chose her. If I was there, I'd want her autograph too. I think she's that awesome. So the next character that you have to invite has to be one that's a villain or a very bad guy. So as soon as I saw that, I thought of the Bugman from Berserk, and there's something very special about the Bugman. He can do something that not a lot of villains can do. Pretty much he has these tiny robots that he can put into people's minds and alter their brains to do things things that he wants them to do. So in order to go to this party, he'd have to put his weapons aside and just be nice and not cause any trouble, but I think that his personality and his qualities make him a great villain. That is kind of like a typical villain, but his qualities make him unique and special, so for that reason I would totally invite him because he is so evil but also so cool. So the next invite has to go to not one character but two, because you're going to invite a couple. It doesn't have to be a romantic couple, it could be two best friends or a couple that's not necessarily romantic, but I chose to go the romantic route because I chose Sam and Grace from the Mercy Falls series by Maggie Stiefvater, and the first book is Shiver, and I chose them because they're such a sweet and adorable couple, and I feel like they'd just be perfect for this dinner party. Not only would it be awesome for us to have them there, but it would be kind of like a date for them. I think it'd be totally adorable for them just to be there, just be so cool. They have a great story, they have a great love story, so I feel like they'd fit in perfectly with this dinner party. So the next invite that you have to send out has to be to a character you feel is underappreciated in the book or in the YA genre in general. So I chose Gabriel from the Wither series by Lauren DiStefano, and I chose him because not only is he a servant in this book in the beginning of the book, but I feel like he's underappreciated by Ryan, who is the main character of this book. I want to just take him away from that world, give him lots of nice food, and just treat him because I feel like he does so much for Ryan that she doesn't even appreciate it herself. And also a lot of people, you know, love different popular characters like Jace or Peeta, and to me Gabriel is someone who is kind of like that to me. He's not as popular. I think he has the potential to be one of those characters, so that's why I chose him. I think he's great. He's also really funny, and he's just strong and independent and someone I'd love to have at the dinner party. So the last character that you have to invite to your party has to be one of your choosing, so it could be any character that you like. So for that one, I had to choose Allie from the Immortal Rules series by Julie Kagawa, and I chose her for a very simple reason, is that I love her as a character. She is completely awesome. She kicks so much butt in this book, and she comes so far and conquers so many things that I would just love to have her at my dinner party. She does have some different qualities to her that might set her apart, but for that reason I think she'd bring a really different element to the party, and a lot of people would love to hear her story, what she's gone through and how she's conquered it. So for that reason I definitely would invite her. She's awesome, she's so cool and so amazing, and I love her personality, so I would definitely invite her. She's one of my favorite characters of all time, so I would love to have her there. Alright guys, so that was my tag video. I really hope you enjoyed. Definitely make your own response to this video, or you can make a response over on Renee's channel on her original video. It was so much fun to do, and I just love the whole concept of it, so if it sounds good to you, definitely give it a try and pick your own characters to invite to your imaginary dinner party. So once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!